Pacers are overwhelming underdogs, historically large underdogs. Why?
I mean, the simple reason is because the Thunder are really, really good. The Thunder are a team that won 68 games this regular season with the best point differential in NBA history. Obviously they were challenged by the Nuggets in the second round, but other than that, they've cruised through the playoffs. And I mean, they've had 4 30-plus point wins during the playoffs, something that's never happened in a single postseason run. I don't think it's a disrespect thing toward the Pacers. Obviously, look, the Pacers weren't a team that people expected to see in the finals. Got off to a slow start. They're a 4 seed. They earned their way here. But I look at the odds more as a nod to just how dominant the Thunder have been than any kind of knock against the Pacers.
I think a lot of this, though, is brand awareness that we look at the Pacers. People didn't watch the Pacers. People are just, being introduced to the Pacers. And really the same thing for OKC. Because let's say I put the Knicks in there against OKC. Would it be, would the odds to win a championship be this large of a margin here? Would we factor in the Knicks, that somehow they're the Knicks, they'd have a better chance than the Pacers?
I mean, honestly, maybe only because of the way the money works in Vegas, but I don't think the Knicks would have had a better chance to beat the Thunder. I mean, the best team won that series in Indiana versus New York. That Knicks defense, that transition defense that was getting just obliterated by Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, was not going to stand up very well against the Thunder. Sloppy as the Knicks were with the ball, that was going to be a pretty big problem against the Thunder. So maybe the odds would have been better in the sense of gambling.
Yeah.
In the sense of actually having a chance to win the series, I would say absolutely not.
More likely the series goes 4 games or 7 games.
I mean, I think that the data would tell you 4 games. I'm just going to say I don't think a Rick Carlisle team's getting swept. And, Rick Carlisle has outcoached a legendary coach in the finals before, a legendary young coach, right? A guy who became a legend. Eric Spoelstra's, that Miami Heat super team's first finals. The Dallas Mavericks did not have the better team. They were playing better at the time, but Rick Carlisle cooked up some magic during that series, and his coaching staff. But I'm just saying, I know that Mark Daigneault expects to have his hands full with the coaching matchup, and I think that is the Pacers' best chance to make this a real series. And I say that out of with a ton of respect for Daigneault, who's been a coach of the year, who's done an unbelievable job in Oklahoma City. But Rick Carlisle is as good as it gets in terms of game to game, even half to half in game adjustments during the playoff series.